This is a picture of a brain tumor. It's the hardest kind of tumor to heal and operate on. Yet, astonishingly, a tumor that looks like this can dissolve and vanish without surgery, chemotherapy, drugs, or any risky procedures. It's a healing method so powerful, so simple to use, and so inexpensive, the medical community will do anything to hide it from us. And those who have the knowledge to use it are often regarded as miracle workers. As you watch this video right to the end, you'll not only discover how to turn your body into the perfect healing machine, you'll be able to do it yourself, and in as little as 5 minutes a day. Hard to believe? Not after you hear the true story of George. What would you do if your child had a tumor that doctors could not remove? If they tried, the risk of death for your child or someone you love was so high that it was an almost guaranteed death sentence. But if on the small chance that the surgery worked, your child's or loved one's face would be horrifically disfigured for life. That's a decision George had to face. His daughter was supposed to die. Yet, as you are about to hear, he discovered a third option. It was a long shot, but it was one he was willing to take. And the result? Well, you can judge that for yourself after you hear the story. The birth of his daughter was easily the happiest moment in George's life, but the joy didn't last long, because soon a dentist noticed a small bean-sized growth in his daughter's upper lip. He took his daughter to see a doctor. Surely, since he caught it early, modern medicine would provide a way to remove it, since it was still such a small growth. But his hopes crashed when he was told by the doctor that it was blood vessel tumor and that it was in a place where surgery couldn't be performed. George thought maybe it would stay harmless, that it would stay small and benign, but the tumor steadily swelled. Doctors offered new and modern procedures like freezing the tumor and using electric shocks. However, instead of helping, it made the tumor grow faster. It was stimulating the growth of the tumor. He saw his daughter's lip being pushed up towards her nose every day, and he was worried to death. George lost interest in his own health. Why should I care about my own health? What difference would it make if my child died? He said. When his daughter was 10 years old, the tumor grew so large that it almost blocked her nose. His heart sank each time he saw his daughter gasping for air. The doctors predicted she had only 6 months to live. A shroud of sadness covered their family. Helplessly, they watched their child slowly choke to death. A friend suggested TCM, or traditional Chinese medicine, as a last resort. George was desperate. After furiously and desperately researching the options, he found a center in China renowned for curing the most chronic and terminal diseases. They did whatever it took, landed in China, and made a beeline straight for the center. This was his last hope, but they said it could take time, and it might be too late. George had used up his last savings to make the trip and didn't know how long he could stay for, and he was in a completely new land without any way to make more money. However, in a mere 24 days, his daughter's tumor not only stopped growing, but also began to shrink. But he had run out of his savings. Desperate to stay longer, he traded manual labor for him and his daughter to stay longer. One day, George's hopes were realized. The tumor was gone, completely gone. Now this story, and the others just like it that you're about to hear, aren't unusual just because cancer, crippling arthritis, viral infections, even as severe as AIDS, autoimmune diseases like diabetes, migraines, allergies, and extreme mental disorders were all completely cured. It's unusual because the techniques and therapies that were used have been around for thousands of years. Yet they are still kept mainly out of view for mainstream America. They are safe, gentle, natural, and powerful. And that is precisely why they have not been promoted in the West. Western medicine and large pharmaceutical companies simply cannot lose their monopoly on the industry of surgery, medication, and drugs. However, with the help of a renowned Chinese medicine specialist, who I'll be introducing in just a bit, you will have access to results like these and live a life that is free from disease, illness, or infection. Again, my name is Kevin Richardson. I'm a natural health researcher and practitioner. And as you watch this presentation to the very end, I'll share this secret with you, because what I'm going to reveal is so simple, so easy, and so inexpensive, and especially because it can drastically decrease or even eliminate the amount of medication you are having to take. I may be forced by the powers that be to take this free video down. If you come back tomorrow and this presentation is no longer free, don't say I didn't warn you. So watch this right now while you still can. You know, even though this may sound impossible right this moment, after you watch this entire video and do what it says, like thousands of deeply grateful people have before you, your doctor, friends, and family will be shocked at the staggering recovery your body goes through almost overnight. How suddenly even tumors and cancer cells can begin to melt away, and how asthma sufferers can suddenly feel like they are taking their first deep breath in decades. how clogged and hardened arteries suddenly become clean and smooth as Teflon and as toned as an athlete. And that's just to name a few of the thousands of case studies that have been documented. I'm going to teach you the secret in just a second. But before I do, I need to talk about the big lie that's keeping you, your family, or dear friends from being free from needless illnesses, physical pain, and disease now. And I think you'll see why I feel it's my duty to share it with you, especially after you hear about how a 70-year-old woman with knee-scorching arthritis in her knees is now able to walk freely again, or how a man with severe vertigo was able to make his symptoms disappear, or how another woman on cholesterol medications went back to her doctor to hear him say she didn't need them anymore. Not to mention the stories of people who have eliminated fatigue, digestion problems, and aches and pains they thought was just part of getting older, and all without drugs or surgery. As I'm sure you'll see, what I'm sharing can mean the difference between the life and death of someone you love. But just a fair warning, you might be angered when you hear about how the medical community and Big Pharma has lobbied to prevent the secret from getting out, so please stay with me. What's the big lie that's keeping you from healing virtually any disease or illness without the horrible and even devastating side effects? The big lie is that a cure for the most debilitating and fatal diseases today can only be treated with medical drugs and surgery, and that any natural cure doesn't exist. As I'm about to prove to you in just a minute, how a natural, inexpensive, non-chemical cure does in fact exist. The truth is, your body already has the power to kill any harmful germ, virus, bacteria, or dysfunction. And anyone can unlock this miraculous healing power for themselves, naturally and easily, which is what your body already wants to do, by using this powerful, safe, gentle, and unusual 5-minute exercise. And it takes as little as 5 minutes a day. In fact, after thousands of documented medical case studies dating back over 5,000 years, there is one simple fact that once you accept it, will allow you to reverse any illness and disease-proof your body. As foreign as this may sound, it certainly sounded foreign to me when I was going through the thousands of case studies of healing miracles. And it was still unbelievable when I personally saw it cure illnesses doctors said were incurable. Look, there is a reason why some people, and even entire cultures, manage to live their entire lives without debilitating illnesses. While Americans are regarded as the most medicated and overweight country in the world, has nothing to do with their genes or with how many veggies they eat. And it certainly doesn't have anything to do with the level of medical technology they had. Sure, there were a few extreme cases I've seen and read about, like being on the verge of death, that took a bit longer to fully recover back to living a full, even athletic life again. But all medical case studies revealed that the reason why any disease heals is because their body's own healing mechanisms were unlocked and released to do what they were designed to do, create optimum health. Every documented case study of a dramatic healing I studied, and every client I taught this therapy to, the story was the same. Plain and simple, the big secret the ancient Chinese discovered and have been using for thousands of years to reverse any illness, including cancer, AIDS, clogged arteries, arthritis, diabetes, Alzheimer's, yeast infections, completely, is to remove what they call energy roadblocks in your body to make it impossible for bacteria, cancer, or any virus to live, and to create an almost miraculous recovery and immunity to any disease, especially the diseases that are killing us in record numbers today. Let me explain. Like Copernicus, who was attacked and ridiculed for claiming the Earth was not the center of the universe. Like Wilhelm Röntgen was laughed at and ostracized for claiming there was something called X-rays that could see through the body. And many scientists that changed the way to live our lives. They observed things that were invisible to the naked eye and were attacked simply because at the time there was no way to visibly see what they saw. The ancient Chinese were no different. They saw the world in a completely different way. While Western medicine looks at the body like a car with parts that need to be replaced, with often destructive and even devastating surgery when it breaks down, the ancient Chinese saw the human body as many different levels of energy fields, and these energy fields travel through very specific paths. They call these paths meridians. As long as the energy is flowing through these energy paths without any blockages, the body can heal itself. As long as this energy is flowing, invading germs do not have a good environment to settle down and multiply. And numerous studies have been undertaken to find scientific evidence for the existence of meridians. The most startling study was in 1992 at the Necker Hospital in Paris. Master Jean-Claude Dehasse and Master Pierre de Vernajoul explicitly confirmed the existence of the meridian system with their famous experiment. They injected harmless radioactive tracers into meridian points of 300 volunteers. Then they tracked how the tracers moved through the body using special cameras. Whenever tracers were injected to non-meridian points, they quickly disappeared. However, to their astonishment, when they injected it into the meridian points, the tracers followed the pattern of the entire meridian system, mapped out thousands of years ago by the ancient Chinese. Yet the researchers were further stunned when they witnessed the tracers slow to a molasses-like crawl when they approached diseased organs, and race faster around healthy organs. They were witnessing what Chinese philosophers have been teaching for millennia. The results perfectly followed the 5,000-year-old ancient Chinese diagrams of meridians. This is a computer-enhanced version of an image produced at that hospital. Now, it doesn't end there. The study also established another crucial fact. The less healthy the person in the study was, the slower the tracers moved through their meridian points overall. When the energy was flowing at optimum speed and balance, the subject was in good health. How can this be? According to the Chinese, it is because this energy, what they call qi, is what they consider life force energy, and it contains a kind of information, like instructions for how the body needs to respond. If that information took too long to reach an area, what would happen? The diseased or injured area would not heal. This is one reason why people who are ill are even more vulnerable to other illnesses. This qi also carries instructions to maintain balance and harmony within the body and mind. And again, when this communication is affected, so is the balance and harmony. And the body becomes an open door to disease. Opening these meridians and removing blockages have been shown to stimulate white blood cell production, which turns your immune system into a disease-killing fortress, ready and equipped to destroy any harmful germ, virus, or bacteria once it enters your body, break down man-made chemicals, poisons, and toxins that have entered your body. Increases the efficiency of antioxidants, so you can slow down the aging process and prevent the breakdown of collagen, which melts wrinkles off your skin and keeps it as firm and youthful as a child's, and destroy all forms of cancer cells by increasing the production of something called interferon. That's the main chemical your body creates to fight cancer cells and stop them from multiplying. Despite the medical industry's sneaky efforts to discredit the ancient and long-established healing therapies used in China for thousands of years to heal millions of people, its potent ability still finds its way into mainstream culture. I'm not just referring to the celebrities such as Gwyneth Paltrow, who says, "I've been a big fan of Chinese medicine for a long time because it works." Or Robert Downey Jr., who even received an award for being such an outspoken advocate of traditional Chinese medicine. This is a picture of him with that award. He credits his good health to traditional Chinese medicine and said it has had a profound impact in all areas of his life for many years. Downey goes on to say, "Truth be told, every discipline that I have employed that has its roots in the Chinese tradition has worked. And that's what I'm really drawn to. When things work, they are really worth putting your time and energy behind." Jim Carrey has also said, "Undergoing traditional Chinese medicine has led to a marked change in my physical vitality and my general state of well-being." And Julianne Moore, in an interview for Health magazine, said, "The only thing that really got me back to normal was Chinese medicine." And she went on to say that it has also been amazing for her back pain and insomnia. No, it's not just these celebrities and many more who thoroughly endorse it that prove it's growing in the West. It's institutions such as the Harvard Medical School, which has now created a division to study alternative medicine such as traditional Chinese medicine, or Australia's University of Western Sydney and Beijing University, who have completed massive review of hundreds of thousands of cancer patients and proved that Chinese medicine is indeed a viable treatment for almost all cancers. The researchers intensely scrutinized lung, liver, stomach, breast, esophageal, colorectal, and throat and sinus cancer. A staggering 85% of the participants reported a decrease in cancer symptoms, especially pain, and a 70% increase in survival rates, as well as a 38% reduction in tumor size. Maybe you have heard of folks turning to Chinese therapies such as acupuncture, acupressure, or Tai Chi to prevent disease or reverse illnesses that Western medicine has not been able to help, and I encourage you to do the same. Yet when I interviewed many people, I discovered many were intimidated to go to a traditional Chinese medicine center. So I had to find a way to bring the power of these Chinese healing therapies into your home and into your life in a way that is as easy as possible for folks to use and get immediate results with. That search led me to a renowned yet very private practitioner in Singapore named Master Lim. He is easily the most humble man I've ever met in my life. I actually had a hard time believing this humble, soft-spoken man was the source of all stories I kept hearing about performing such miraculous feats of healing. Stories like how a man was suddenly struck with a deadly heart attack in a subway, and Master Lim, who happened to be there, was able to use his deep understanding of meridian points to literally massage the heart attack away, and in a matter of minutes. At least that's what it would have looked like to you. Just by placing a few fingers on a specific part of the man's body, he was able to neutralize the heart attack on the spot. Without question, this saved the man's life, as it took a long time for the paramedics to come. But when they did, he was calm and serene. What impressed me most about Master Lim was his constant drive to keep honing his skills. He isn't an ivory tower philosopher who only preaches the philosophy of healing. He has studied numerous healing modalities to create results in the trenches, such as herbology, the healing properties of foods, essential oils, acupressure, aromatherapy, and massage techniques. Why so many fields? Because he found that only one school of thought didn't create the consistency he was looking for. Yes, it is miraculous when it worked, but using all the different fields and studies and combining them into one advanced system, Master Lim is able to create faster, more consistent, and more permanent results. Like Linda, a 70-year-old firecracker who had excruciating arthritis pain in her knees. Linda was a vivacious woman who was full of life and loved her freedom. Yet she was suffering from depression because she could not walk anymore. She went for acupuncture, but relief lasted such a short time. However, she came to see Master Lim, and after learning the simple techniques he taught her, without drugs or surgery, she was able to walk freely again. Eventually, she was able to walk faster than her younger sister. While being able to walk again may seem small to someone else, for Linda, it was like getting her life back. Then there was the story of Paul, who was in his late 50s and had vertigo, a condition where you cannot keep your balance, that was so bad that one time he couldn't even drive his car. With Master Lim's straightforward and uncomplicated instructions, Paul went home and did the soothing exercises he was taught, and the vertigo vanished. And even his doctor, after a thorough checkup, could not find any trace of it. And unlike what Western medicine says, vertigo is not caused by the ear. Master Lim knew exactly what meridian point was blocked and therefore causing the vertigo. He taught Paul an easy 5-minute exercise to do every day, at a specific time of the day. Paul was able to literally massage the blockage away. And there was Barbara, the 71-year-old lady who was doomed to take cholesterol medication for the rest of her life. But by knowing which of her meridian points were blocked, she learned how to rub the blockages away. Now Barbara is completely free of her cholesterol medications. Her doctor, trained in Western medicine, doesn't understand how it happened, but had no choice but to accept the fact that her cholesterol was fine. These are just a few of the staggering yet everyday occurrences Master Lim experiences in his practice. But here's where it gets exciting for you. After his many years of quiet and constant study and testing, Master Lim was able to develop a way you can create these miracles for yourself without having to come to his clinic. In fact, you don't have to go to any clinic. Now you can learn the key meridian points on your own body that are blocked, gently massage them, and reverse the disease, infection, or ailment you or someone you love are suffering from. You've already heard of the profound results others have experienced using Chinese medicine. As you've already seen, the deep list of testimonials are shown on this page. Now you can do it for yourself. I've worked with Master Lim to create a manual that will teach you all the most important meridian points on your body to resolve virtually any ailment you are experiencing. A workbook, so you can create a daily routine and journal your healing experience. It will guide you through identifying the illness you want to reverse, help you isolate the meridian points you need to focus on, and map out a schedule for when to work on them. The workbook also outlines the foods and full-body exercises for you to do to strengthen your immune system. You're also receiving a set of videos to visually teach you how to find your meridian points, know where the blockages are, and how to perform the exercises on them, so you can see it for yourself and not wonder if you're doing it right. This combination of tools that you're receiving in this program will almost magically make illness, disease, and infection vanish. Remember how I said the human body was the most powerful healing machine created, and those who know how to activate it are seen as master healers or even magicians? Well, you are now your own master healer. We're calling it pure natural healing because it is the purest, oldest, and most natural form of healing known to man. Pure Natural Healing is a simple, easy-to-use program that teaches you how to use Master Lim's techniques on yourself at home. So you don't just have to manage an illness you or your loved ones are suffering from, but can actually reverse minor and life-threatening diseases like heart disease, clogged arteries, tumor growth, the flu, arthritis, Alzheimer's, asthma, and even cancer. In this revolutionary new program, you'll discover the astonishing art of self-healing through meridian therapy, but in a simplified and uncomplicated way. It won't take you decades to master the art of meridian healing like it did for Master Lim. Like all true masters, he was able to distill all his knowledge down to the core areas of the body that matter the most. You'll be able to literally massage disease out of your body and claim freedom from drugs, surgery, or a life of disability. But it is also how he combines his meridian therapy with other discoveries that creates the powerful and almost superhuman effects. For example, you're going to discover when to do the 5-minute exercises. You see, there is a rhythm your body follows, and it's not the circadian rhythm. At any one point in time, your body naturally focuses its energy, its qi, on energizing one key function. And when you focus on the meridian that controls that function of the body and use Master Lim's simple techniques on that point and at that time, you will get staggering results. In other words, if you have digestive issues, there are meridian points on your body that are blocked, and they're causing your digestive system to break down. When you find out where these meridian points are and massage those points at a certain time of day, the poor digestion symptoms vaporize. Now keep in mind, the meridian points are never in the problem areas. This is why it has been so hard for Western medicine to accept or discover this. Remember, Western medicine looks at the body as a group of parts that can be replaced when they break down. If you have a problem with your knees, they will only look at the knees. So they never look anywhere else for a root cause. Chinese medicine looks at the whole body. And that's why they were able to pinpoint the energy dams that were holding back the flow of life force in areas far away from where you are experiencing pain now. So for example, if you are suffering from arthritis of the knees, the precise meridian point could be on the neck. Or it could be on your ring finger. You can also gain a flood of energy for yourself with a lot less sleep by knowing when you should sleep. The 8-hour rule is totally wrong, and you'll soon discover why. And the same is true with food. You'll find out that it is not how much you eat that matters when you're trying to lose weight. What matters more is when you eat. Master Lim himself lost 20 pounds just by changing the times he ate, even though he was still eating his favorite foods. Just by itself, the Pure Natural Healing Manual will change your life forever. Even people who don't consider themselves sick or diseased saw immediate well-being, calmness, energy, endurance, and well-being. Honestly, this is the only program like this in existence. So there's nothing to compare it to. So let me just ask you a question. How much is it worth to you to protect yourself and the people you love from the top causes of death today? To have the secret code to make your body the kind that allows you and your loved ones to reap all the joy life has to offer and avoid spending the last decades of your life crippled and dependent on drugs and medication. How much would you pay to have the problem of illness solved forever? To be able to provide for your family, your wife or husband, or your children without fear of illness? If you're like all the others who bought this, you'd pay a lot. Well, I got some really good news for you. The regular price of Pure Natural Healing is just $97, which every person who's actually used the program tells me is a total steal. Why is this? Just think about it for a second. How many hundreds or thousands of dollars have you spent in the past trying to get over a cold or the flu? Not to mention on today's health insurance. Or if you couldn't use insurance, how much did you spend on ridiculous hospital bills that swindle you out of $6 a pill? How many ointments have you bought to get rid of skin problems or aches and pains, or to settle a sour stomach? The fact is that Pure Natural Healing has been proven again and again for over a century to work, to give you the choice of being a slave to illness, a slave to the politics of medicine, interested in profit more than our health, and a slave to suffering, to the freedom to live the way we were designed to live. Free to choose, free to be healthy, free of disease. We should make a tiny one-time investment of $97 seem like a bargain. But you know what? I want to make this an easy and safe decision for you. When I'm finished with this market test, I'm going to hold a special sale where I discount the program by a generous 30% and offer it for just $67. However, because you're getting it here early, if you act right now, I'll let you have the Pure Natural Healing program for just $39.95. All you have to do to get started is click the big, shiny, inviting Add to Cart button that has just appeared below. You'll gain instant access to everything and will start the road to dominant health tonight. As soon as you click Add to Cart, you'll be able to download the entire program, go through the manual and start using these simple little tricks and techniques I give you as soon as possible with an ailment you're suffering from. Your children, your spouse, and you will be able to see for yourself the incredible results you'll get with Pure Natural Healing. And there's of course my 100% no questions asked guarantee. Here's how it works. Order today and use the material. If you aren't blown away and if you don't get incredible results, simply email me within 60 days for a complete refund. No fine print, no BS. Listen, here's the deal. The way I like to help people is I don't believe I deserve your money unless I get you results. I take a tremendous amount of pride in this product. It took a long time to put it together. I've spent hundreds of hours with Master Lim, and I've completed a massive amount of research. And I've discovered Master Lim and his simple techniques that you can use to turn disease into a thing of the past. I know you're going to get great results with this, which is why I'm willing to give you such a safe, no questions asked guarantee. You can feel completely safe today, knowing that you're protected and that when you do invest in the Pure Natural Healing program, you will either get results or you'll get your money back. It's that simple. All you have to do to get started again is click the big Add to Cart button below, and you'll be able to get Pure Natural Healing for the low price of just $39.95. But you really have to act now. I'm selling this program now for just $39.95, but only as a market test, as I get ready to roll this out on a wide scale. I want to help as many people as I can, but I just don't know how long it will be before I am forced to take this down. So really, you've got a really simple choice to make. Option number 1 is for you to do nothing. Keep going the way you are now. Keep being frustrated and risk things getting worse because you don't take action. Keep, going on the internet and trying one thing after another and just get more and more frustrated. I can tell you from the testimonials you've seen already, and more that I will show to you, a disease-free life can be yours. Your body wants to be healthy. You just need to know how to open the door for your body to heal itself and destroy any infection or bacteria that is making you sick. Option number 2 is you can take what you learned today and try it out for yourself. You can take the basic ideas I talked about with Meridian Therapy and what it means to your body and go out and use it for yourself or a loved one. And you might get some decent results. But wouldn't you rather have a sure thing? Wouldn't you rather have a simple system that literally thousands of people around the world have already used and have that in your corner as you try to make this happen? But of course, there's an option 3. Risk nothing at all today. Grab the Pure Natural Healing Training for just $39.95 today. Devour the material, put it into action, and see how little it takes for you to get that incredible, youthful feeling of strength and vitality again. See how easy and inexpensive it is to rid yourself of something you have felt cursed and controlled by. Again, all you have to do to get started is click the big, shiny, inviting Add to Cart button below. You'll get instant access to everything. As soon as you hit Add to Cart, you'll be able to get an email that gives you the download link. You can download the entire Pure Natural Healing Program and everything I've promised you here right now. You can be going through it in just a few minutes from now. And you can be getting incredible results within a day or 2? It won't take you very long to go through the material, but the results will last a lifetime. There's not really a lot of theory here. It's really focused on results. Everything in this program is focused on giving you exactly what you need in order to get the kind of awesome, wonderful, healthy vitality you've been dreaming of. And all you have to do to get what you want is click the Add to Cart button below. You will get great results like so many other folks have before you. And if you are worried, of course you're backed up by the 100% money-back guarantee. Listen, if you're here, it's because you want to get rid of an illness. Maybe it's your illness, or maybe it's someone else's. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be free of illness, and your body wants to be as healthy as it can. It just needs help. But what about everyday regular people like you and me? Here are some of the many stories of miraculous healing with the use of Meridian Therapy. I was diagnosed with terminal cancer and given 6 months to live. That time, my breast cancer spread to the liver. My doctor was compassionate enough to let me try alternative healing on top of chemotherapy. Basically, what I did to heal myself was making sure my meridians were flowing smoothly, ate the right food for my body, and managed my daily routine, including sleeping time as suggested in the Meridian Self-Therapy. I came out cancer-free for the past 12 years. Now my current doctor still can't believe that I would survive because of my condition. Betty Q, Portland, Oregon. I've had a food sensitivity issue for many years. My condition was so bad that if I ate something wrong, MSG, pepper, gluten, etc., I'll have a headache and migraine, rush home and vomit. My body would swell up so much that I couldn't wear the dress I bought a week ago. After learning and practicing the Meridian Self-Therapy techniques, my symptoms eventually went away. Most of all, I can eat the cakes and pastry that I love. To have freedom to eat what I like is a gift for a food lover like me. And my weight has also gone down. Now I do not need to take the medicine that cost me $720 per year. Lacey H., Los Angeles, California. Next, we have Larry K. I used to take a very expensive supplement for my bowel movements, and even though I can sleep well, my body still feels tense. After practicing this Meridian Self-Therapy and exercise routine diligently, I no longer need the supplement. This helps me save over $80 a month. I'm able to sleep very well now. Then there's Norman. I had high blood pressure for many years. Recently, my condition got so bad that my head and body felt so tight, like they were going to explode. It has been so long that I felt this way. I'm shocked that the 5-minute Meridian technique you taught me gave me instant relief. I can't wait to learn more. Norman, St. Paul, Minnesota. I think in this presentation I've shown you enough of how effective this material is. If you've watched this far, it shows me that you're interested. And all you have to do is click the Add to Cart button below. You'll get everything tonight, and you'll be able to find out for yourself if the Pure Natural Healing is everything so many others are saying it is. I'm personally extremely confident. Why? Because I've seen it work. It has worked for me. It's been wonderful, and it's worked for every single person I've shown this to personally. And the vast majority of folks who buy the Pure Natural Healing Program and put it into effect in their own lives literally do have fantastic results. I want you to have those results as well, and all you have to do is click the Add to Cart button below. Download the Pure Natural Healing Program, start going through it, start using it in your own life, and experience those results for yourself. Again, I'm Kevin Richardson. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I can't wait to hear about your success. If you're still watching, I bet you have some questions. Here are the most common ones. What's the difference between meridian therapy, acupuncture, and acupressure? That's a great question, and I know it can seem confusing at times. Acupuncture is what scares most people because it involves needles. Acupressure uses the same points that acupuncture uses, but doesn't use needles. Meridian therapy is a complete healing system that finds and corrects the flow of energy so that it restores and boosts the natural healing process of your body. Pure Natural Healing, the program developed by Master Lim, uses many different healing disciplines combined. That's what makes it so powerful. However, even though it uses many different healing techniques, you won't feel it does because Master Lim made it as easy as possible for you to do it yourself. So if you just follow the instructions he gives you with the pictures and the videos in Pure Natural Healing, you'll discover how easy it is to do yourself. Will it hurt when I press on the meridian point? A friend of mine got miraculous results, but said that some of the points were painful when he touched them. Great question. There are some rare situations where a point on your meridians has been blocked for a very long time. It's like a dam that holds back a lot of water for a very long time. A lot of pressure can build. All you have to do is be more gentle with those points. You'll find that the pain goes away very fast. However, the good news is that the more pressure there is, the more relief you're going to feel once it's released. It's hard to believe that someone can cure something so severe just by rubbing a part of your body. That is a natural reaction. It's normal to question something that we don't understand very well. However, what you want to recognize is that there are many things we questioned and even fought, but now we treat them like they are everyday truths. There was once a time people didn't believe the earth was round. Then they didn't want to believe the earth wasn't the center of the universe. The same was true with X-rays. People didn't believe it was true, that it was a hoax, but now we use them every day. Pure Natural Healing is one of those things. Just because it looks different and is new and powerful doesn't mean it doesn't work. It works every day and is so easy to use. What will I experience when I start to use this? For many, you will feel instant relief. Even if you feel you're not suffering from anything, you will feel a wave of relaxation, warmth, and balance wash over you. For some, it may take a bit longer to feel changes. It might be more subtle for you, but as you use the exercises and the workbook and healing food recommendations and the videos, you'll find your energy just getting stronger as the days continue. Aches and pains that you've gotten used to and forgotten about come to your attention again, yet only because you notice they have vanished. You'll sleep deeper at night and wake up more refreshed and energized than you can remember. There's so much more that is going to happen to you as the days continue that there's just not enough time to go through all of it. But at the end of this video, there will be a long list of testimonials. That should give you a sense of what's in store for you. Can I use this instead of my doctor's recommendations? The side effects are so bad and the drugs so toxic or so frightening, I just want to use your meridian method. We can't tell you not to see a doctor or follow a doctor. However, you can ask your doctor if he or she is okay with you complementing whatever treatment they are giving you with Pure Natural Healing. If your doctor is not open-minded, you can look for one that is open-minded. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of instances where medications were not needed anymore when meridian therapy was used. When you apply pressure, when do you press, how long, and how much pressure is applied? You will learn exactly how to apply pressure to your specific meridian points in the manual as well as the videos. It will all be explained for you with crystal clarity. How do you know if I'm pressing in the right places? This is a simple hands-on technique that works because when the right points are being used, women will ask the support person to keep pressing or to press harder. There are several points outlined in the booklet. They all do slightly different things in terms of traditional Chinese medicine. Some work to improve qi and blood flow to the pelvis, some to help the cervix dilate, some by helping the baby to descend into a good position, and others help with emotions like fear and anxiety that inhibit labor. The role of the person applying the acupressure is to try out the acupressure points and listen to the woman's feedback. The points that will be the most useful to her will depend on what is happening during her labor at that particular time. Can you treat more than one condition at a time? In short, yes, but technically speaking, Chinese medicine does not treat conditions. It treats patterns. The patterns of Chinese medicine may include any number of Western medical conditions, as well as issues which have not surfaced completely. In other words, it's true prevention. The healing effects of meridian therapy come from the way the body and mind are viewed and treated in Chinese medicine. Treating you as an individual with a unique set of signs and symptoms, rather than a person with a specific condition, is one of the main advantages of Eastern medicine. Okay, those are all the questions I have so far. Go ahead and click the Add to Cart button below.